Hi, my friends. I hope everyone is doing really great. Okay, so if you decide you're coming to Florida and volunteer for a whole week, welcome, my friends. This opportunity is for you and your family. Okay, I'm going to make a separate video about the requirements with all details, and you have to submit the online Google survey. Okay, and in a few words, I will reply. If you have all the questions and you say yes for everything, then I will reply and give you a code and more information at the location, okay? Where we're going to meet according to the day we will arrive, because we are going to work in different places in 2 different counties. All right, so we have here 2 counties in Florida. Okay, so we are going to have educational sites and gardens and volunteer opportunity in both of them. Okay, all right, so the Google survey and the requirements on the separate video, you're gonna have a few more details. And the survey, you're just gonna copy the link and answer. All right, you can only answer if you have all the questions positive, because we want only very positive people, enthusiastic, right, that does not drink alcoholic drinks, does not smoke, do not use drugs, and all these other details. People that are arriving, they need to do a few tests, the TB test, the drug test, okay, for everyone, teens and adults. And more details I'm gonna say afterwards on the requirement, the video about requirements. Okay, so let's talk about the day. You can start arriving on April 20th, right? So that is a very good day. We can start. So that's a Wednesday, all right? So you can come and arrive on that day. So we're going to meet every day at 7 o'clock. We sing some songs, and then we get on this park or this outside of the library, whichever place is for that day, and we will send the teams out for work time. So some people will go to the library and type, some people will make phone calls, some people will purchase items, such as our land, the space for us, right, our office and things like that. Some other people are going to be searching up and making phone calls all day for donations, for land and items, clothes, food, and everything else we need to start with until our own gardens are made. Okay, and we also have a team that will purchase things. So for everything that we already tried on these 2 counties and did not get donations, for example, for these 4 educational sites for each of these counties, the Peace County and the Plantation County, what we're going to do, we're going to have this team of people that will purchase. They have money, they're willing to cooperate, and they will purchase that. But first, we are looking for wonderful people that will give land for all these places we need, and also buildings for our office and for our educational sites. All right? Okay, in the same way for construction, for example, we got buildings that we can use, the deed was made, everything's fine, look perfect. What we're going to do, we have to remodel that building. So the team that is the phone team going to call, ask questions to who is willing to work with us. We're going to have 2 estimates for items that we do not have donation. So first, we're going to ask for donation. Okay, because maybe some of them have extra materials, or maybe materials are not, not expensive. They can donate. Labor as well, if they can offer or not. Okay, that's the first thing. The second, will be for us to purchase if it's cheap and get donations with the stores, construction stores that are nearby. All right, we got that part. And then for the items that we did not get yet, so that the purchase team gonna purchase whichever is still needed. All right? Awesome. And then comes the fourth team. The fourth team, it's the work team, right? Maybe the construction company will bring some of their people, and everyone can be a laborer. Everyone can be a laborer, a helper, right? So, and then we're gonna see how that will work in a wonderful, awesome way. Okay, my friends, so basically it's that. All right, so people can arrive from April 20th until the 26th. That's the last day, okay? Until the 26th, April 26th. All right, because then we're just gonna have one more work day, right? And we are going to have the 28th will be the reports, right? And conclusion of our work, a special day at the park or a special boat ride. We're gonna see what we're gonna do on that day. So the 28th, and we're gonna see also the time. If the morning we will work and in the afternoon will be the proper meeting, or we are going to an auditorium. What we're going to do, we're going to plan together. Okay, so that will be the last day. So people have to go home on April 29. Go home. Everyone needs to go home. They help, they go home. Okay? And we are going to have a few new people to help on the following few days. They're going to be by invitation, only by invitation, only for people that really live close by, okay? So for invitation. All right, so we are doing really great. So when people arrive, all teens, maybe even 10 and 11, 12 years old as well, will do the drug test at arrival. Okay, so right now we are trying to have a family price. So in 2 different labs here close by, 2 different emergency care actually. But they do this test, they're open all day. The family needs to go there before they start working with us. Okay, so they're going to have also their skin check, so they're also going to have the vision test, the sex test, and regular vitals, right? Take the regular vitals. All right, the drug test is the 10-panel drug test. Right now, the best price we got is $27 per person, okay? And then we have the TB test. That's really important. Everyone needs to do it at their own city, bring ready for us. So you don't have to do it over here, because here it's very expensive, $75. Okay, measles, mumps, and rubella also you have to bring from your own country, because it's important, and here's very expensive, $60 over here. All right, so these 2, you bring the paperwork for the whole family, because the TB test in some places, I think they have to wait, right, 1 or 2 days for an answer. All right, so we're doing great. So I repeat, mandatory here in Florida will be the drug screen 10 panel and the physical exam. For what? For the skin, vision, sex, and vitals, basic vitals. All right, so we're doing great. And from home, you have to do the TB test and this other test that includes measles, mumps, and rubella. All right, we're doing great. From some countries, from Africa, we are going to ask the Ebola test. And we might ask some other one, but once it's not confirmed, I don't want to say yet, from some different regions. But other than that, we're healthy, we're strong. Everyone needs to come with clear skin all over, from feet to toe, so they can pass on this test. This skin test, or this physical exam, will be for every child 4 years old and even elders, for the whole family. So make sure it's $60 per person when you arrive, okay? All right, we're doing great. All right, let's say a few words about money now. So people that have money, they're going to pay $2,000 per family to stay here from arrival day until this last day is 28th, April 28th. For people that do not have money, it's not a requirement. We are going to try donations from other people the best as possible. If we have the money for this drug test and some urban bus they're going to need, so they're welcome to come, and they are in charge to ask for the airplane ticket. They can get help from family, from friends, call the airplane company. I can even send a letter, say, look, we're inviting this family. They had great points at the online survey, so I can send you the letter and you can forward to the manager, the person in charge of that airplane company. We're doing great? Awesome. Okay. It's mandatory for everyone that is not a Florida resident to come by airplane. It's mandatory. Cannot come by boat, by car, none of these things. No bicycle, no family car, no rental car. Okay? So when you finish the online survey, what we're going to do, we are going to send you the nearest airport. Right now, I can already tell you the airports that you need to afford, or ask the airplane company if they can send you, if you get, of course, first the online survey with great points. So, for people that have money, and for those that already answered and had great points at the online survey, and to talk to the airplane companies, you need to have tickets to these 4 following airports. And afterwards, of course, I'm going to tell you where we are going to be located. Okay, these 4 airports are Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, okay, and then we have West Palm Beach International Airport, we have Toronto in Canada, and New York, United States. So those are the 4 airports that you have to see if you can afford for your whole family, or if you're asking a company for a free ticket, if they provide, flights to these places. Okay. All right, we're doing great. So the other things about bags, everyone gonna bring their own bag. No hard suitcases allowed. They have to be open bags, like supermarket reusable bags. They're open on the top. Okay, so people will bring 4 changes of clothes, right? The basic, very basic, because everyone gonna have washers. We have in town extra washers and dryers, so they are going to be able to wash them and dry right there, get it done. They have hotel service, but we're not depending on that because expensive. Instead of families using those service, they can go to the laundry mat, right? This little business in town, and pay for another family that cannot afford. So everyone will be going to laundry mats that are really nearby. They can do, when they're already going on that direction, for that volunteer work, whichever it is on that area. Okay? All right. For people living in Florida, only if they are really close to us, that they can come in bicycles or in skates. All right, no family car or rental car or Uber, Lyft, none of these things. But bikes are okay, right? Only until they arrive. And skates are allowed as well. Why is that? Because it makes no sense for people that are nearby to get an airplane to come over here. So if you live in Florida, that's only for people that live here. If you live in Florida, or if you have a half year, you can prove that you have been coming already half year here, live here like snowbirds, that's okay. So, and if you pass on the online survey with great points, means for everything you said yes, so you're gonna have many good points, you can come by bike or skate. All right, so maybe you travel the whole day, you have to arrive at the hotel until 7 p.m. So that's very important. You're going to be traveling during the day in a bike or skates with your family. You cannot send a family, a half of the family, and then afterwards the other half. You have to come together, okay? And only for families with 8 years old and above. All right. For people that are coming by airplane, can be 4 years old and older. All right. Because it's safer, of course. All right. It's safer, and those children can come from all countries, from United States and all countries as well. So the minimum age is 4 years old. No babies, no toddlers, no 3 years old. Okay. All right. So let's talk about this age group. Everyone that will be coming, even 4 or 5 years old and elders, what they need to be? Teens, young adults, everyone need to be really enthusiastic and be willing to help in what is the most needed. So we are going to give 4 options. Okay, we have 4 options for a team that you're going to choose. So you're going to sign up for 4 teams. What are those 4 teams? Teams that you really like. I'm going to talk about them in a minute. So, but if we have a lot of people on that team that you sign up, you can already see, we're not even saying, oh, please, can you change and go to another team? Say, no, look, I can see the list. Look, we can do this. All right, great. So let's work in a very enthusiastic, positive way. So if you see, because we have lists, you're going to see the names there. They're paper list. So you see one list is full of people want to do this or that. And the other one is almost nobody. So you can offer at arrival, say, look, Goiânia, we sign up for this and that, but I see this list. Shall we change? You ask a question, because some teams maybe we don't need that many people, but some we might need. We cannot say exactly how many people for one thing or another until we start working. Okay? All right. For typing, okay, let me say, our main objectives of these volunteer days here in Florida, or in another place, as I told you, the airports, whichever we really make this happen. So we have 2 main objectives. So the number 1 is to organize the organization 2 conferences. To organize everything they need, from planting the food needed, ordering food, get donations, organize everything, hotel for them, auditorium, the beach day, the family fun day, everything the same way we're having for the volunteers. We are organizing the same things for those 2 special conferences. The conferences will be one for presidents and one for governors, state governors, right? The ones that will be approved by the organization. Great. Number 2, main objectives, number 2. It's for us to type, edit, check, edit, and print. The 28 weeks, these 2 books, the 28 weeks with everything they need, and also the international conference book. All right, so those are the 2 books that we need. So we need people working at the local libraries every single day. From the minute they open, they're ready by the door and they're the first one in line for us to use those computers. So we have, if we do here at the Plantation County, we have quite many libraries in town, and all of them have at least 10 computers. And some of them also offer laptops, right, for people to be typing, checking. All right. So we are not going to print the text itself until this other team that experts in English will edit, and they are the ones that will give the final authorization for printing. All right? Okay. For everything else, people can start printing the basics. All right. The other thing, we cannot have 4 years old at the library unless, one of the parents, for example, some libraries, they offer outside time. Okay, what that means? One parent and all the young adults and teens and elders are typing, they're typing, okay? One of the departments. And one of the parents or one of the grandparents are jumping rope, playing with them. They can play jump ropes, they can play, many other games. Okay? Some can be fun games and some can be already learning games. All right? According to the age group. We can even put, for example, 9 to 10. The games will be for this age group. 10 to 11, 11 to 12. And then we have a break of 1 hour to eat. And then keep going. All right? Great. All right. At all these libraries, as far as I know, they have a little park nearby or a little green area that we can eat. So people with money, they are going to get their purchase, right? Fruits and veggies, wash, bring them ready. All right? Because then we can eat in a fast way. We are going to focus in raw fruits and veggies because we are not going to have plates, bowls, none of that. But finger food, it's okay. So we can have those items. Okay? All right. So we can also have roots and herbs. How are we going to do that? So the herbs depend, the herb it is like, people can already cut a few small pieces, and people can eat with the fruits, with the veggies, right? The roots like turmeric, they're really important. You can eat that, very easy. Or even yucca. If yucca is dry, it's not so wet, people can get it, with their hand, little dry. Or while we have stoves and ovens, we can even cook them in another way or bake them and bring them dry. They cannot be wet, of course. As I'm saying, we are not going to have bowls to serve, and we are not going to have disposable as well. All right? Okay, we're doing really great. The 4 years old children, they 4 to 10 or so, right? They need more playtime because they cannot help typing, of course. So people that will be coming on this team, they're going to have the whole morning or playtime while the parents are working. So they are going to have different activities. So for example, if it's 9 to 10, they have jump rope, and on the other side cooperative games, they do that for a whole hour. And then they are going to do, for example, circle games or circle dances to perform, right? So we are going to be creative. So teachers, we need teachers that are Waldorf teachers, or teachers that already look up for good outside games. So we're doing cooperative games for the little ones, and for the older ones we are going to do other games, right, such as volleyball, basketball, team games. Okay, doing great. So families that have more teens, they can work in parks. Some parks, we're going to make edible gardens there, invite the community, and they already have a place for them to play. So they're not going to be working the whole time. It's important for them to play. So we are going to do, for example, games only for teens, and then games only for single adults. All right, we're doing great. And then people with small children, they see the parks. As soon as I send to them where the location will be, they can search up, and then they can make a decision on the park they want to sign up for. And they can always change if it's really important. For example, look, Goiana, I have a 4-year-old, this or that's not really working. Can we do this or that? Okay, good. And then we have to take the family name from one list and put on the other. And then that family not going to start right away. The right way is to start in the morning. So we know where every family will be at the whole every single day, okay? So for anything that's not working, no one gonna leave in the middle of an activity. For example, a person that's working construction, doing remodeling, or the people that are planting gardens or doing games or typing, not going to live in the middle of the day. Oh, it's, this is not working, that's not working. No, plan ahead which teams you're signing up. And you're only going to change after talking to me. And next morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, you start the new team. Okay? All right. Because every team gonna have their sign in and sign out time. What time you came in? This time. What time you left? That time. Okay? All right. The other thing is that for the people that can, we're going to have a half day work time and a half day study time. Okay, what does study time means? Helping the community. All right, so for people that want to teach English to the community for free, we're all volunteers, right? So some teams gonna be inviting them, go door by door, and even small notes can be left in Spanish, and gonna tell which day and time you're going to be at the park teaching English with games, and also checking their notebooks, make sure they're neat, organized, gonna inspire them. So if you get an activity like that, embrace it, do it, and have it for all days, because the family is gonna be counting on you. It's better, to really be organized, know what you're doing, and plan with me how the classes. I will give you the title and the assignments. I will give everything. You're not getting things on your head. You're just going to complete what I already gave, because everything we're doing for everybody. Because some people will be here in Florida, right? And in every other country, communities, they are going to try to do the same exact thing on their own country. Typing, teaching English, all these things, planting gardens, remodeling. So the idea is for everything we're doing in Florida to do in every other country. All right. Okay, so for English, people that are slow, such as elders, children that do not know how to read and write so much, such as, let's say, first, second graders, after that they're great, okay? And also adults that do not study for many, many years, or, their brain not functioning well because they are too obese, or they're not even running, working out, and so on. So just some examples. For those people, we're going to ask them to make 20 classes at their notebooks. For everyone else, their brain should work fast, really good, and in very few days, because they have to run, they have to do these other things. So for everyone else, I guess 40 lessons. Everything neat, really organized. You're going to ask them for a special handwriting extra assignments if needed. Okay? So their notebooks will be really neat and organized. And children need to jump rope and do all these other games, and adults need to run before, right at the beginning of the class, or after. Run together around the block, right? The chosen block by this park. Okay. Now let's talk about the number 2, right? Community garden. The community garden team, we have the people that will ask for a permit, the people that will get donations according to what's needed, donations of mulch, good soil, plants, trees, and everything else. The team that will be talking to the county, because parks are public, right? To talk where the fruit trees can be planted, get all authorizations properly written, at least 4 different originals. Okay, for all documents with the government, we need 4 different originals. One for the person, right? one for the person that gave authorization to you, such as a government director or the person in charge, right? One for the future city office, okay, and one we're gonna see afterwards will be for the 10 department directors, right? But not right now. The person gonna keep and give to them at the end of this 28th day, April 28th, or in the future if they are in their own country, for the 10 department directors that will be in charge of that area, that park, okay? All right, so we're doing great. Now, yes, so the person gonna get authorization for everything, purchase everything, keep the records, attendance for all the community, right? And we will have teams knocking on doors, always in group, and also teams leaving some notes, right? It will be the same. And people making phone calls, people purchasing, everything that's not donated going to be purchased. All right, so, and in English, for the English classes, people will also be learning about what you can plant there on that season, what's convenient, and what you can plant afterwards, depending if you're North Hemisphere or South Hemisphere, right? So you're going to have 2 different classes. So one of these assignments will be what we can plant now, okay, according to every country with their season and so on. And then what we can plant on a following season. So because here in the North Hemisphere in spring, right? And in the South Hemisphere it's autumn there right now. Okay, so we're going to have these 2 different assignments while they're learning English. All right, we're doing great. In countries where people already speak English, such as here in Florida, right, United States, what they're going to do? People that know English going to be leading the teams, teaching, playing the games, right? They're going to be helping in what is needed. Because if almost the whole community do not need English, they're going to focus on the garden and planting and paperwork and everything else. All right, so we also have the social assistance. Social assistance team will be the ones that will be helping the community get what they need. If they get houses donated, the families that are already practicing good things are gonna already move, and so on. Everyone that we will be helping needs to join the program. They cannot just come, eat, and go, or come, get what they want, and go. No, they have to attend the program. If they have a job, it's okay, but they also have to attend the program every week. All right, so for everyone, for us to see how they're doing, so we're going to give a house to them. Okay, many houses were donated, or a whole residential community was donated. Okay, and what do we have to do? We have to make sure they are following our practice. So before they move to that new house, that new apartment, they have to show for those 2 weeks that they're having good practice whichever they are. If the place is really not, if they don't have a place, then it's okay. We have to talk to them. They have to start practicing first. So I think it's important for us to stick to 2 weeks. They have to do everything. The paper, the checkup paper, with all the information that they have to check until we have the Peace app, right? So did you do this, and that every day? So they have to check for everything that they done positive, all right? For 2 weeks before we give them their apartment or their house. If they're not homeless, they have to do the best they can for these 2 weeks for sure, and then we're going to have them as the second group go into the houses and apartments that are available. Okay, everything for us to send someone, we need the deed, name of the organization. While we don't have the proper documentation for the organization, we are going to use my name, Goiana Ferreira, for everything. because then easily I can change everything that's under my name and pass into the Clean Water and Peace Organization. Done. Okay? So I think that will be really great. Okay, so we have the team that work online. This team that works online going to be sharing all day. Not all day because some people need to work. A half day working, a half day volunteering. They're going to share the information with the presidents, like some special ones that I send, right? Like for Queen Elizabeth, the president of Russia, China, Japan, Brazil, United States, and a few in Africa. So we have to be sharing those videos, and some of them is for everyone, right? So for everyone, please join us. Already change the rules and your laws and approve whichever is already you can do. Okay. All right. So this team going to be sharing all day. All right. The whole period. Sorry. All right. For the agroforestry, so we already talked about community gardens in parks or residential communities, right? If they are doing the volunteer week at their own country. For the agroforestry, in preserved areas or state and national parks, city and county parks, okay, so we need the same thing, permit, details about the fruit trees that are going to be planted and everything else. What we're going to plant, how we're going to plant, and have all the donations first, purchase what else leftovers needed, and we go from there. All right, for the Department of Construction, the same thing. So if you come into Florida or if you're doing at your own country, the same thing. If you get that, you already work a little bit or you just want to help. All right, go and embrace it, and you do it until the 28th. You really do it, get it done. Okay? All right. So how that going to work? If you have knowledge of something, you can be a team leader. If you don't, you're going to be an assistant. All right? Okay. And you protect yourself. You use masks, right? Real good mask. If you're sweeping cement, you cannot sweep cement. We're going to vacuum. Find a vacuum at your city and use vacuum. We are not sweeping cement because even with these special masks, it passes through and is not healthy. All right. So if you work in a health team, people volunteering in their own countries, going to make sure everyone needs the basic tests. The skin test, the toe to head, right? The TB test, the tests that are not done for a long time. And also people that are knowledgeable about iridology, to study the eyes and already tell the person has, already do that. Say the time, say the date, which park you're going to go, bring your little kit and attend people for free because we're working to do everything we can for free, the best as possible. And people that have money, pay for it. So it will cover, because, for example, maybe that iridologist don't have much money, but still need some money to purchase a few things, right? Food and something. So the ones that can, pay. In Florida and in all other countries, the one that cannot pay, free donation. Make a free donation according to what you can, according to what you think the other person needs as well. All right. So, and we are going to, for other types as well, some people touch the pulse, right? And we have other types of natural diagnose instead of sending people to MRI and all these things, Some people can already tell just to look at the eye of the person. If the person has a liver problem, what type of problem, and of course, and then the person gonna take a test to make sure about one thing or another that can be done. All right, so let's talk about the Department of Education now, right? The teams for the Department of Education. What we're gonna do? So the people gonna get, for everyone, they're gonna get the information that's already online. Check this video, listen again, make the notes. Okay, you're sure you can lead the team? Really know a lot about that, because we're going to have the tests, all right? The tests are coming up soon. will be in a form of a survey. So we are going to have tests for all department leaders. All right. While we don't have the tests ready, go with your conscience for these volunteer weeks and get it done. All right. Yes, I get it. I know how to do this. Can you present? You think you're really ready? Might need some details. Listen again. Listen one more time until we have it available online at the website. Okay. So for the Department of Education, we can also have the games in parks or at your own school. Start somewhere. If you're a teacher, if you're a volunteer, I'm going to volunteer my child's school. Awesome. I'm going to Florida. So what you can do, how you can do to be sustainable, right? And manage with your own work hours. I'm not telling you to quit your own work hours, because if you need money, you're responsible for it. I'm not asking anyone to quit a job. You are responsible for yourself. You're an adult. You're responsible. And the parents are responsible for their teens and children and young adults that live with them. Okay? All right. So the Department of Education is really, really big. The main thing, it's what? The community gardens and outside learning games. Lots and lots of jump rope, right? So you get, for example, 10 children or 20 children, and 2 at the time will be jumping the same jump rope. So you get the game according to their age and go for a whole 40 minutes, even an hour, right? Because they're going to be taking turns. And some kids can be playing around, watering the plants, planting new seeds, and then come others on the line. All right? And they will be taking turns. This rope jumping, it's really, really important, because it's going to help them to renew cells. Going to, they will have more oxygen on their brains. It will be really good and important for them to really get active, get going, and be ready for our program, for our organization launching day. All right, for people that will be volunteering the Patrimony and Treasury. So this, right now, we don't need too much. But if a place was donated, all right, the person got a donation and put already my name, Goiana Ferreira, that's it, nothing else is needed. And if they need address, some countries need more information, I will give to that person, send me an email, and I will give more details, right, just for my address and things like that. All right, and then the person, this team, that might be very quick. You're just going to list everything that came with that land. All right, it was a whole residential community with apartments and many details. All right, how many apartments? How many buildings? How many is a clubhouse or not? So we're going to have a list of items, and people are going to be passing and checking just for the property itself. Afterwards, people are going to check each apartment with the resident survey, and the team gonna go on the empty ones to make sure everyone will have proper details of what is needed or is not, if a tap needs to be fixed, or implement water efficient items everywhere, if they have a faucet outside for the gardens, and so on. Okay, so there are 2 different checkup lists. First, it's only for the whole property, what the person is donated, what includes that. Includes a pond, includes many trees, includes the woods, includes a lake, a river, springs, streams, what that includes. And the second part, it's for inside, it's a farm, it has a big house, what needs to be fixed. Okay, all right, so now let's say a few words about the Department 10, technology and security. So technology, if it's for everything related to WhatsApp, related to our website, related to security items such as install door, fingerprint, right? All these details. Install things like cameras. It's also related to this department because it's technology and also security. Now let's say a few words about the security team. That's also the part of the 10th department. The security team gonna make sure that a gate is installed in all residential communities as soon as possible, really fast. Make sure people are working there every minute of the day, from 7:15 until 6 o'clock in the afternoon, with exception of breaks, right? That working teams can take in different moments, and the lunch breaks that also people can take in different moments. So these gates are very, very important. So we want to have cars or trucks coming in, getting out, like whichever they want, or families that do not belong to that area. So that's one of the most important things. Okay, also for new lands and business, we need a front gate. And then, as soon as possible, have the walls all around. Every community needs this cement or concrete sliding blocks, okay? 2 meters high above ground. So of course need to fix the ground first, because some places are not even. So this team gonna be working really, really well with that. The other security team, it's for people. Make sure everyone got their fingerprint done, the background check for crimes, and all the documentation is asked. So, for example, if people work in a residential community, it's going to make sure the people that already live there and the people that are coming, moving in, have all this documentation properly done. And also people that will be volunteering in schools and places. If you are a department director in a school, you're going to be checking that all volunteers, all teachers, all staff members, right? And all teens have the documentation that's asked, because teens need background check as well. Because remember, for us, as soon as they become 12 years old, they're in charge for themselves as well on their practices. We're going to stop this, that parents are in charge of their teens, all their teens, because they do bad things, they even disappear for days, and then parents are in charge of them. No, we need the balance. They are in charge of themselves as well, and they're going to pay for anything wrong they do. Okay, and for what is this is another video. But they are responsible for themselves. They have to be polite, have to be respectful, they have to come home every day, be at the house every single day. They cannot arrive after 7. When they go to school, they have to come straight home, and everything else is going to stop this. Kids go to friends' house. Oh, forbidden to go to friends' house. Forbidden to sleep over friend's house. Forbidden. Very simple. And it's forbidden for the parents to open the door in the middle of the night. If they come after 7, parents have to make a report on their WhatsApp, so the organization know that kid came late. But after 8, they cannot open the door, and the other siblings cannot open the door. For an older teen, young teen, any age after 12. 12, they're in charge of their activities, their practices. And parents have to be in charge until 10 or 11. I'm going to give an answer on that afterwards. Because it's crazy. They run, they disappear, and then the parents are in charge of them. How? They run much faster. So we have to do that. The other thing is that so the parents cannot open the door until 5 o'clock in the morning, because 5 o'clock is already time for shower, stretching, get salad ready, eat, and go to school. All right, siblings are forbidden to open the door from 8 o'clock at night until 5 o'clock in the morning. All right, and if it's a Saturday, it's later, 6 o'clock. So they have time to take a shower, eat something, and go to work at the garden, right? And if it's Sunday, it's 7 o'clock. So parents can rest, and don't be worried they're going to be knocking the door 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, because it makes no sense. Okay, on the other hand, the security guards always going to be checking for hotels that can already receive the teens, 15 years old and older, that they can have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, they can go. Make sure the installations are done properly. Make sure they have their paperwork signed by the parent each time and not just fake out. They need the testimony of that residential community security guard to sign. Okay, the parents sign right in front of the officer, of the security guard, and the teen or young adult need to be, all of them need to be right there. So it's 5 people. 2 parents, right? 2 parents, mother and father, 2 security guards, as a couple going to be working together, and this teen or young adult that's going out on this hotel. All right, the hotel, so this couple security guards gonna get a day, go there. All right, and they also gonna have approved by their state or whichever it is as soon as possible authorization, because some countries they have, like here in the United States, teens cannot go to a hotel. But it's even worse. They make love in cars, in parks, places. That's not good, not positive. Okay? All right. So the security guard gonna be checking all these items of their families, right? Of the families they're in charge of, the residential community, and also those places they can meet. That's hotels for now, right? Because when it's park, they have to go with their father and mother. The only exception is for Saturday afternoon, that older teens in safe location approved by the organization, let's say four different security guard couples from that city to approve a park for people to play. Okay, that park is really safe. Yes. All right. So they can play in the afternoon, Saturday afternoon, because they cannot miss the morning garden work, right? They cannot miss that. All right. So we're doing great. The department 2, that's family and producers. So they have to listen really well the videos, a lot of information there, what they have to do. And for people coming to Florida or people that are working their own cities, they are going to check with the producers, what's the most sustainable. And the ones that for sure they're not good, such as the disposable items, talk to them nice, ask them to close down, don't sell more their products, and so on. All right? So basic things. These teams can talk also to business owners that sell or produce bad items, alcoholic drinks, drugs, right? Even marijuana. And you believe here in Florida they authorize marijuana for medical needs. But what happens is people go and lie. Oh, I have pain. I don't have pain. They just want the marijuana. That's unhealthy. Make the brain slow. Stays on the body up to 2 months, even more. Very unhealthy. Okay? And for all the other bad drugs, licit or illicit. So those teams will be getting university students and teachers to go. They're not going by themselves. So when it's to contact them, they go in a big group and talk to the owner, set up an appointment, explain why. Because we work for peace on this planet, we work for peace for our humanity. All right, so you're going to explain everything really properly. Okay? All right, great. So what happens is that you're going to invite the university students. Everyone going to be dressing blue and white only. Why? Because if you make a manifestation, or an appointment, that no one going to jump in and say that they're part of the team. Okay, so make sure you get a whole class, get many people, call attention. We're not making a bunch of signs or anything like that. That's not needed, not sustainable. We are going to dress polite, respectfully, in blue and white. Okay, all right. So some teams are going to negative business, like things that easily break, like a dollar store, things, disposable things of all types. And some teams gonna work. You get the most stronger ones, right? The strong couples, right? The strong people, even singles, from university only to go to those owners that are producing or selling bad things. All right. These producers also include pharmacies, include supermarkets. Like some countries, they sell, alcoholic drinks in supermarkets. They can go to restaurants. They can go to tobacco, all these stores that sell, nicotine, tobacco, and everything else. All right. So we are also going to have the teams that are going to pay attention to street for users. All right. So on this case, we are going to have the help of street sellers, right? Street dealers, or whichever you call, for bad drugs, right? Illicit drugs, non-authorized drugs. All right, so they're going to say, look, there is a people, we are counting on these people from universities, from schools. Okay, this person sells this and that, and look like this and that, Okay, so if you need, you call the police. Try to get that person in a video. Make sure you install already, because some countries even have drug dealers close to school, right? And some other countries, even here in Florida, we have people selling marijuana just a few meters from a school, just across the street. And on the other side of the same school, another convenience store, and sell all this bad stuff. My friends, this planet Earth is made for our humanity to evolve, for us to focus in God and the superior force, not for evil things. We have to make this happen and have only positive things. That's enough, of negative things we don't want, and we are not going to have anymore in our planet. So we work for peace, we work for God, and that's where we stand. All right, so you got the name of the people, for example, the street dealers, right? You got cameras, all right, and then you're gonna try to get that camera. For us to get that person that is bad, we need proof of it. So how the camera is gonna be? Gonna be across the street, on top of walls, right? The houses close to that place, or the business close, whichever it is. You need to get some type of proof to help, for that person that is doing real bad things to go where? To go according to our rules and guidelines. They're going to go to semi-arid lands and very populated, because it'll be easy for us to be checking those people. Everyone that's doing bad things, crimes of all types, they have to live far away in a non-overpopulated areas. All right. Okay, so we got that done. So the university students with their teachers, they're also going to go and avoid consumers to come in a polite, respectful way, singing songs, my friend. No signs, nothing bad. And of course, everyone doing that, they're doing for their own. They're responsible for themselves. Okay, they are responsible for themselves. They are not going to say, oh, Goiânia has to do this, Goiânia has to do that. No, of course I ask, but the person goes, of course, if they're 100% safe. Okay, because every country, they have different laws, right? It was already places I went, trying to get to work, I tried to guide people for good practices, and they took me out of the place. They say even I cannot go back there for 2 years. Imagine. So every country, my friend, they have some, rules and guidance that are very different. People don't even know about them. Be safe, be responsible, dress properly, and you go. All right. So The first contact will be an appointment with the owners. Don't talk to the cashiers of the restaurant or the cashiers of a supermarket. No. Or a convenience store or this tobacco thing, little stores, things like that. No, you're going to talk to the owners. Make sure you get that appointment. All right, you got the appointment? Great. So you're going to bring people with you. Everyone in white and blue. Can be social pants, can be jeans pants. That's okay, but only white and blue. Okay? All right. Adults only. So you have to go during school hours because you're not going to have adults or teens unless they're 18 years old and on account for their rules and guidelines. Now 18 years old is considered an adult. Other than that, only 20 years old and older. Okay, all right, so you do these things, you get organized, need to be during school hours, have everyone to sign in, so you got a good group, 20 people or 40 people, all right, okay. So you're gonna ask authorization to talk to the staff members. At the same time, soon after, talk to the owners. When you ask authorization, I already asked for both meetings. Okay, or set up the meeting staff members. That's a little rough. Maybe before their work hours. Okay, so people that will be going there, they do not have children going to school. Or they drop off the school. The school starts, for example, 7 o'clock in the morning. That will work. Okay, all right. Make sure you make a list, and that group gonna be specialized on that specific thing. So you get people that are stronger, like some young adults get stronger, 21 years and older, for everything that is related to tobacco, nicotine, alcoholic drinks, and drugs. All right? So you have a very strong team that do not have children to worry about picking up, dropping off, all right. That they have time available. And I already talked to university teachers for them to use this as some part of their class hours, okay? Because that we're working for the planet. So try to talk to those teachers. That those activities will be counted for attendance, for example, if they do their own assignment at home or in another time. Okay, all right. Then we're going to have another team for supermarkets, another team for restaurants that sell those items. So that team gonna be good doing that and gonna do that until the end, until all of them are closed. So we have different teams. Okay, different teams, and you're gonna sign up. For example, if you are a university student or a teacher, you're already gonna set up all those teams, get all the teachers that are interested, right? All the students that are interested, and already make groups for those that have children that can go to more simple cases because they have to focus on their children, right? Even that they're helping the planet to have positive practices. All right, and then you're going to have all those teams. And then you have university teachers to be in charge of those teams. Okay, so at least 4 teachers for the alcoholic drinks, everywhere. The other team for drugs. You're gonna see, because some cities, they're really good. They don't have many places, right? Some countries, alcoholic drinks is even forbidden. It's only allowed, imagine, for tourists. It's allowed. You believe that? Yeah, because people that really follow the Quran, they do not have alcoholic drinks for sale, like in the Americas, for example, South America, North America, okay? All right, so every university teacher, we already focus on what is needed on their county according to their needs. If there is a county, right, neighbor, that do not have a university, so they have to take over that county as well, their neighbor county, okay? Because they can send people will take subways, they will take buses, and we'll have the same teams going to those places. All right? Okay, so we're doing great. After that, we also need teams to focus on the families, to take soda machines from everywhere, from hotels, from schools, from business, from government sites. Imagine soda machines and candy machines. Those two things are very unhealthy, very bad. Make the owners get money, make people sick, sick, sick. All right, so let's take them out. And we're also going to have teams for sodas in supermarkets and every other place. My friends, they have that each team, you're going to see, because some places might focus in restaurants and schools and supermarkets. You can set up the teams this way as well, all right? Okay, and until we have more details, and then you make any arrangements needed. When we have everything online, you can do that. All right. So we have everything, all the teams already set up according to your reality, all the counties nearby checked. If you have a county between another county, you call that university to see who gonna manage this county that do not have a university. If they will do it or you will do it. So it's very important to have communication, and you have to check all your neighbor counties. Call them. Oh, you're already doing this? Yes, we are. Oh, are you already set up? Yes, we are. Okay, so that's the other team. And people are coming to Florida the same way. We are going to close down places that sell those bad items. And the other team gonna focus on candies. Take them out of the shelves. Candy, sugars, right? Such as gum and the small candies. There are others like chocolate and things like that. So, okay, they can sell, but they cannot produce anymore. Those that produce, because it can be considered as food, right? Like chocolates and other bigger candies, all right? But all the gums will be taken out right away. Don't sell even one more. Gums and the small candy, the very small one, like a gum size. All right, so the other team, it's for very negative things that are really unsustainable, not positive, such as disposable. It's right away. Let's say 10 minutes notice. You can take all the disposable from a supermarket, from dollar store, 10 minutes notice. I think that's plenty. Okay, disposable are the worst. And people gonna make the arrangements to use, proper dishes to eat food. All right. So what else we need in city? Take out all the other negatives items, such as Play-Doh with artificial coloring, right? All these limes for kids to play, and all items like that. All right, 10 minutes of notice, that's plenty. Even the team that will be going and talking to them on the notice day, they already show that, they can even help to take it out if they don't have enough staff members there. All the food items people are going to sell, because we're not going to waste food. It's very hard, my friends, to have no food or no money to purchase food. It's very, very hard. Who was in that situation know how it is. So food will be sold. If they have hydrogenated fat or not, if they have palm oil or not, it's not sustainable, it's not positive. No, it's not. But we're going to sell because people need food. All right. The other team going to already make sure to contact all the supermarkets for two things. People that have money, they're going to pay money and check up one place. The other place is for free. People that do not have money already have the cashier. That people can pass and don't have even to ring. They get their food, pass over there. Of course, they're going to be honest and just go, right? So those are the two different cashiers for supermarket. So this can be done in 10 minutes from notice as well. That's plenty of time. As soon as you talk to the owners, because some are chain supermarkets, right? But the owners need to send right away email to all managers. They will open, as soon as they open that email, they already are notified. The other thing for supermarkets, you can, and for everyone else, make sure to get a paper sign. Very simple. Okay, so paper signed by them. You are aware that we notify you of the new positive practice of the Clean Water and Peace Organization on this day, this time, with the presence of. And then the person gonna sign, the owners, right? If the owner is really not available, get an appointed the manager and get at least 2 signatures from themselves. They have to write their name, sign on a side, and then date. Do not get a scribble. They have to sign it properly, first and last name, not scribbles. We are not doing initials. We need the proper signature, and the person gonna write their proper names. Also leave on the top that we're notified of the supermarket, location tab, this and that, address this and that, telephone number this and that. We talk to the person, and then you're gonna put there manager, or you're gonna put owners. All right. So you make sure you already bring 4 copies. Okay, 4 copies for that. All right. So you're gonna print and already, next day, make sure everything's clean up, or you stay right there. Yeah, not next day. You stay right there. They got the approval. Okay, if the owner is not available, what the manager needs to do, while the group is there, the team is there, the manager needs to call the owners, get authorization, fax, sign, send back, or email, whichever is the best for everyone. We need to get that going. All right, so the owner is authorizing. The team stays there, help to empty out all those shelves of these very bad things I just said, with exception of food. Okay, all right. So the owner agree for this free cashier. All right. Make a sign and hang right there. This cashier is for people that do not have money. You can get up to, let's say, 10 items. How are we going to do that? I think 20 items, up to 20 items, up to 2 times a week. Right? I think that's good until we make better details. So 20 items 2 times a week. That's sustained. They bring the whole family and get what? Get what's most durable, sustainable, and strong. A bag of lentils, a bag of beans, or rice, and some salad, fruits. Okay? I think that's perfect. So let's do that. 20 items. 2 times a week they can go, and make sure you have the sign. They make the sign before the team leaves. You need to have everything organized, so all alcoholic drinks out, all cigarettes, tobacco, nicotine items, with all these things out. Okay, all right. And also disposable. Okay, the disposables also need to be out of the shelves before the team leaves. So you have 20 people there with you, right? Everyone in white and blue. All right, great. Properly dressed. Colored shirt, because it's a special moment, right? You want to show that you are really neat, you are organized. All right, so we're going to take all disposable, old paper plates, every styrofoam plates, silverware, plastic silverware, also all the straws out, and all the diapers, right? Disposable diapers. Okay, so you take all plastic bags, supermarket plastic bags, right there. People need to carry on their hands. Yeah, because it's the only way. People that have money can purchase the one in cotton right there. People that do not have money can get a bag, cotton or plastic, because the plastic are really strong, can last for years. The cotton only if it's blue, jeans bags. Okay, because we don't want white bags to need to bleach, because food make them stain. So we're also going to take out all these signs, right, like party items. All the party shops going to be closed down, unless they have maybe, very rarely they might have, for example, clay modeling. You know, they're going to be closed down completely and give these very few items they have to another store close by. Okay, all right, and they will be remodeled and do good things with it. So to complete supermarkets and a dollar store, you're going to also take items that break too easy and no one needs them, like objects for sale, right? And things that no one really needs, and it's not according to our program anyway. So we're done with supermarket, right? More or less. Just a basic to start. You can start right there. That will be really great. Now, for a dollar store, we have to check, because some might have mugs and, in porcelain or plastic that can be useful. So we're going to check. And what is really not needed. Okay? So you're going to take the items, talk to them. They're going to put all in bags. What you're going to do? You're going to make sure those items are properly placed in bag and go to the trash or to recycle center. So right there, when you're sitting with the owners, you're going to arrange all these details and bring proper paperwork separately. Because as soon as you get one thing done, it's signed, done. You don't have to be holding that paper anymore. So, for example, for all disposables, have one paper. For all alcoholic drinks. Why? Because the disposable include a few things. Include what? The sale, canceling contract, make sure the company that sends the product won't be sending anymore. It's two different things. One is the contract. The other one is this week, next delivery, for sodas and everything else. Okay, then you have one for everything that's related to alcoholic drinks, tobacco, and all these things. The same way, contact the company, yes. Cancel the contract, yes. Took everything out of the shelves, yes. Explain everything to the staff members, yes. So it's quite many check-up places for each item, many even more. We are going to have better details afterwards. So while we don't have the forms available online, make your own form. Start. We have to start in April. As soon as possible, start. If you can start on the 18th, go ahead and start on the 18th. Because it's a good day, right? It's a very good day. 8 represents the whole planet. So go ahead, start. Of course, you need to make a good plan first. You're not going to supermarket, show up, hi, I'm here. No, this doesn't work. Go alone. No, this doesn't work. You have to start organizing. So in the 18th, have a proper meeting. With whom? With whom you can. If you have a family to work in one or another part, you have your family. If you have a whole classroom or a whole classroom of university students, then you can already start making your plan. All right, you start to organize, you write the basics, check up lists for all these things for every item. So one check-up list for all disposables, another check-up list for all alcoholic drinks, cigarettes, tobacco, nicotine, and so on. Another check-up list for negative items, such as objects, as I said, things we don't need. Okay? All right, you're doing great. Oh, and another one for, that's going to take some more time. All right, I explain afterwards. Okay, so we're doing great. You have your teams, make a good plan. Only go when you organize. You're not going to set up a meeting with an owner if you're not ready. If you're not ready, you don't have the proper paperwork with you. Okay? And make sure, so until we have our own forms available, because what I'm going to do here in Florida, as soon as the volunteers arrive, we're going to make the forms for everything, right? That's really urgent. So while you don't have our own forms done here with me, Goiana, you're going to make your own. right? We are a team of students that working for who? For us. We're working for us. Because you cannot have a paper that I cannot see what's written on that paper in the name of the organization. So right now you're going to do, we are students of this university. We are volunteers of this city. We are volunteers of this community. Well, so we don't want the supermarket selling these things here, this store selling things here. All right? Okay, so you're doing great. You're going to get organized and use your own words. All right? You're only going to mention Clean Water and Peace Organization when you have our template. All right? We are going to type our template and show you very slowly in a movie. In a video, because then you can type, one of your students, somebody can type them really quick, then you can put the organization name on the top of it. But until that moment, you're gonna use your own name. Who you work for? I work for myself. We are working together because we are working for peace in the planet. Good. You're not saying Goiânia, you're not saying Clean Water and Peace Organization, all right? Okay, so that's what you're going to be doing. Okay, so you got those forms under your own name, get your teachers, university students, parents, volunteers. Everyone is an adult, fine. Have the team set up, start. Of course, finish your planning, set up the meeting. Already have the meetings one after another, okay? So if the staff members are too busy, in restaurants, supermarket, whichever it is, have a small group, guide them, they go. Have another group, guide them, they go. In the afternoon, you do the same thing. Do 4 groups, explaining the basics. What is the explanation? We are not doing this, this, and that because it's not good for our planet. And then you're going to say, if it's for tobacco, nicotine, and so on, you're already going to say that is not good for families. We work for families unite and peace on earth. If it's items, disposables that are not good for the planet, say we work so we won't have more landfills in our planet. People need to be conscious and change. You're going to say your own words. All right? Okay. And then with time, we're going to know more about the organization and have more positive details for each one. So all this is still Department 2 for families, right? Okay, so now let's say just a few words for the team that are going to focus on people that need needs. They are addictive people that are unhealthy. That's the right word. Unhealthy for what? For physical, mental, emotional, spiritual health. So they have problems in one or more of those things. So this is still Department 2, teams for the Department 2 in Florida and in every country of the planet. Okay, so what we're gonna do? This team gonna listen many times our videos for them to guide each person the right way. So if they are obese, overweight, if they have heart problems, headaches, simple things, or severe things, anything, you're going to guide them. These people can be working at their own residential community, start talking to them, look, this program about the Clean Water and Peace Organization can afford the video because it's going to help you. It's really important. The person cannot refuse. This is your notice time, because I guess everyone already knows that's a notice time. A notice is coming by someone, by email or by video or by social media or a neighbor, someone saying something, right? Gonna come from somewhere. Everyone already knows that. All right, so good. So you can talk to your own neighbors. You have to be always 100% secure. Remember that, 100% safe. You have to be safe, okay? All right. So for everyone that have a problem, you can specialize as well. So let's say you're going to talk to everyone in your own community, residential community and at work with everyone that's obese and overweight, for example. You can focus, okay? You and your spouse, or you and your parents, or you and a boyfriend, a girlfriend. You can specialize on that area. So that's fine. How are you going to do? Guide the best as possible. Guide our videos to them. And then other people can focus on people that have problems with drugs or addiction. For licit and illicit drugs. So if you know everyone that you know, you're going to be sharing things online. Pay attention what you're going to answer them. And always give our videos. And as soon as we have the organization videos, then you're not going to share those old videos anymore on YouTube. You're going to be sharing only the new videos. Okay? All right. So we're doing really good. Other people can be working with diversion classes, right? Diversion program. So, look, I heard your teenager had a problem. Look, I heard about this organization. This is a video. Please check, because they help. You need volunteer hours. They need to plant gardens. They need assignments done and study done to focus. Some is to learn. They need information about what they were using. They have to do the drug test and everything else. But they are not going to be focusing on the problem, the situation, what they were using. Even sugar. Some people are addicted to sugar, to gluten, or to carbs. Okay, so you're going to guide them. They have a transition time. They have to start doing all these things that we were talking about. If it's before the organization launching date, give the videos I'm posting here now. If it's after, you're going to put the headquarters. That's videos that made by my husband and myself. Okay? All right, we're doing great. All right, so you got it done. You chose your team. Who you're going to focus in? Physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual problem. All right? Okay. So, everyone gonna see their capacities, right, and help those that they feel most capable. And also gonna be talking, because a little before, a little after, everyone already, all residential communities, everyone need to have their department directors and their assistant, okay? And then by the organization launching day, before the organization launching day, everyone is to have already decided who is the best for each of these 10 departments. But we're working on these volunteer weeks, right? All right, so let's get it done and organized. Okay, so for some people can also have teams for people to guide and resolve the situation of people doing spells. And okay, so also for voodoo things, people that ask for someone to do for them, and people that were doing things for them. So if you know anyone, because some countries, they do a lot of these things. So we're going to stop that. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to go to them, give the notice, ask them to sign, and for that moment on, they cannot do anymore. People that did a lot of those bad things, even hypnotism for bad things, because some people use hypnotism to cure others, which is great. But some people did hypnotism to make people to do bad things. We're going to stop this in our planet. That's it. So for everything, you're going to do the same. Do your notice letter. All right, you don't have a printer, don't have a computer, fine. Do it in a piece of paper. Right? Get a blue pen, because you need blue pen, to prove that that was not a copy. When the person signs, you need 4 originals. Get 4 pieces of paper from your child or your own notebook. All right, and go to those people. They have to sign. So I'm here in name of good practice, in name of peace on earth. All right, and you're going to stop doing that. All right, good. So if you already have the proper notice from the organization, what you're going to do, you're going to use that proper notice. If you don't have that paper, you are going to use your own. Say where you belong to. You cannot say the organization because you even register yet. You're going to say, I'm here for myself, for peace on earth, for peace in the families, for families unite. You're going to see your own words. All right? Okay. For families, that we are still talking about the department too, because we have many teams, right? So we have the teams for families, we have the teams for producers, the teams for the city, teams for residential communities, so it's a lot, and teams for the to help families, and some teams, families helping things in need. All right, so the other thing we need is the cleanup team. So we have 2 weeks of house and apartment cleanup, residential communities cleanup. Everything going to be closed in town, almost everything. All right? I'm going to be saying afterwards which exceptions would be, because for 2 weeks, everything going to be closed down. Even emergency room, because nobody going to be in the streets. Nobody going to get hurt. Nobody. And people going to be planting their gardens, right? They're going to be planting. And how that's going to happen? How they're going to happen? They are going to pay attention on those tools they're holding, where they're going, how they're going, hold them strong. Everyone going to have tennis shoes to work with tools, to work in gardens, clean up the gardens, right? They only go to woods if the wood cleanup was done with boots, depending on the area. So everything that we already said here in those videos, okay? So this is very important. The cleanup, the 2 weeks cleanup, how they're gonna happen. I'm going to give you the days where the items gonna be done. So in some communities gonna be done, for example, 7 to 9, and the other gonna be 10 to 12, for example. The same pickup teams, right? They're going to be picking up. But for this first week, so it's 2 weeks clean up, right? 2 clean up weeks, okay? So the first week going to be select everything really properly, because every community is completely different. Some have clubhouses, many rooms available, and verandas available for the bins, right? For people to put their clothes, things they don't use. And some others have none of those things. And even can be raining, you know, like some places are very poor. They don't have any structure anywhere. They don't even have parks, okay? So we're going to figure out, all right, so donate this and this item over here. Donate this and this and that over there. Or they just put, you know, gonna figure out. So the families helping to select will be everyone doing their own. That's the first week, right? First week, select and bring to the proper location, right? To the proper location. Okay, all right, we're doing good. The second week will be the pick up week. All right, so the pick up week gonna be scheduled by hour. All right, depending on what it is, because some things you might have a lot of it, such as toys, in some communities, and in some other communities will be almost none, because people are really poor, you know, and don't have much. Some communities were very consumerist. They have a lot of things, furniture that's not approved, kitchen knives, they're full of items. And some communities have almost none because they're very poor. So depending on the country, the place, and the type of people. So the second week going to be a pickup week. So I'm going to give a schedule. So this day going to be for this and that. That day, this and that. So we're going to have teams. 2 a.m. teams, right? And then 2 p.m. teams. We're going to continue doing. So you study. Where you study? At home. Listen to the videos. Everyone has a cell phone. If they don't, they're going to find, see if they can borrow one, you know, or if they can go to, because no one's going to be leaving their own residential community for a week, right? So they have to figure out, and then they can get their own. People still have TVs available. They're going to be learning a few things, whichever they can study about the organization items. So they need a cell phone and Wi-Fi. All right. So some people might give a few printouts to other communities that they know that people don't have, for example, cell phone, or they don't have internet access. That maybe happen, right? For example, rural areas. So people from the city that have some condition to print, and print information. Look, this is a notice for peace on earth. Because you're making your own, so you're going to use your own word. You do not use the organization words, right? Okay, so we're doing great. You print a few and then have a team to give them to every neighbor, right, of that neighborhood you selected. So if you have access to this printer, this computer, so you're going to make your own words if you don't have our own print out yet. Yeah, because it's not right, sorry. So here's an improvement. We're not borrowing cell phones from others, so people are not going to download bad things to other people's cell phone. Okay, so we have the pickup day, so for everything that won't be used is not approved, video games and toys related to video games or media, right? And done. Okay, so you're gonna have another printout about clothes. So for clothes, people can keep if they need things that have logo or a positive word, but they use inside their house. They can sleep with it, that's okay. And if really needed, can even work in a garden. But on the street, on the schools, use proper t-shirts or collar shirts with solid collars. Okay, so you're gonna do those printouts for people that will do printouts to be brought to these communities that do not have access to information, so they can have a look and guidance. Okay? All right, we're doing great. All right, so other people gonna focus on teaching English. Other people gonna be focused on, this is department 2 still, because there are many needs. So everyone gonna work on the item they feel they're the most capable. And then we're going to have that meeting on the residential community to decide who is going to be the 10 department directors. All right? Okay, we're doing great. Okay, for the word I said, embrace. So decide what you're going to do and embrace it. Really get it done. So if you are applying to be a department director of the location work or at your residential community, but you're gonna see that someone else arrived and is more capable and have all the paperwork required, right? They move as a teacher or a person specify on that area and they have paperwork to prove it. So you can give your position to that person if it's before the organization launching day, right? If you see that someone is more capable and also have all the documentation as references and certificates of study on that area, or prove that the person worked in that area for a long time and have more experience than you, then it's okay, you can give your place to that person. But until that person have all the paperwork properly completed, do not give up your place. You stay right there, firm and strong. Okay? All right. At the organization launching day, everyone that the organization already decided won't be changed anymore for 10 years. Okay? For 10 years. So keep that in mind. For 10 years, you're not changing. All right. What can happen also is that the organization sends someone to do a special, to assume that position one in another area because they're capable. Doctors, dentists, department directors, and so on. Okay? All right, but as soon as we have the organization launching day, we are not changing anymore. Make sure, if you are interested to be a department director, make sure you invite everyone and have the meeting and all the information I already gave on the other video. So you do things really properly, registering everything in a records book. All right. Every family that are not going to be a department director also need the records book. If they have money and time, condition to go, they go and buy a proper records book that's already printed. All the numbers on the top can be 100 pages, 50 is not so much. You get 100 pages. It's better. All right? Okay. If you don't have money to buy one, because they might be expensive. Here in Florida, it's $26, the ones I found. So they're expensive, right? In Brazil, it was expensive too, the one I bought over there. All right. So if you don't have money, that's fine. Get a regular brochure notebook, and you're going to number yourself and do the best you can. If you have a mistake, make a cross with two horizontal lines, but do not scribble over. All right, so people that will be checking that one day for any reason gonna see that word was a mistake or that sentence was a mistake. Do not scribble over. It might take for you to get that going, but do that. You can also start in any notebook you have and then just copy over as soon as you have a brochure notebook. All right? Keep that. Do not throw away for any reason. That's your documents, good things that you're doing, good practices that you're having. All right? So be organized, be neat, and every single day write a little something. You don't have to write every day, oh, I ate, I took a shower, I did that, but write the good, important things. Okay? And then a few things you can say for the whole week. For example, we ran 5, all the adults, teens and adults, ran 5 times this week. We had dinner together every day. So in a separate, every Saturday, every Sunday, whichever you want, you do these important things, but for the whole week. All right, so we're all doing really great. Okay, the other thing you're going to say, like we're doing prayers in the morning together. See what you need the most and focus on that. We are running every day or we are stretching every day. Even that's just for 20 minutes, do your stretching. Even that's for 10 minutes, do your prayers with your family, hold hands, have a circle, with your family before the children go to school. That's very important. Okay, so you really organize and have everything you need. Okay, so the other thing is you can say, for example, if you're doing every Saturday or every Sunday. The Sunday is better because it's a family day anyways, right? You do your reports for these extra items that you've done every single day. So you can also say, we ate dinner together 6 days a week, right? And today, Sunday, we're going to eat dinner together again. So you're going to say a few things. We're doing songs in the morning before we leave, sing one or two songs, or do a prayer every morning before we go out to school or to study. Okay? Great. Do everything with attention. So I already told you, we're going to repeat. For things that you're used to do, you can hurry up. Cleaning, cooking, clean up the dishes, set up the table, vacuum, take spiders, webs out and things like that. Cleaning, you can do in a hurry. But for new things, you cannot do anything in a hurry. You need to plan, check again, make sure it's a good plan, and then that you have everything you need, that you're 100% secure, and then you can do it. Okay? For everything, even for a cleanup at your own residential community, to avoid ants, snakes, or scorpions, or all these little things, and to be planting, or even the sun. Do you need sunblock or not? Tools. Everyone got closed shoes. You can only work at the garden if they have closed shoes, not open Crocs. I said tennis or boots or something like that. All right? Okay. All right. And then for the cleanup, we are going to do this first cleanup the best as possible. And afterwards, when people have their better clothes, their better items, and then they can use it. All right. The other thing for these teams that are going to places, I said white and blue, right? We use jeans. But if people don't have, depending on the community, you can go with the university uniform, for example, something that identify yourself, your group, in a very easy and fast way, and make sure no one else will be part of their team if they were not part of the planning items, the planning for that work. That's what you have to avoid. People that get in the middle and pretend they are one of them and they are not. So if you don't have everyone have jeans and the uniform of the university, fine, decide something that's the best that everyone will have. Okay, so we are going to wear, for example, everyone gonna have blue pants. That's easy, right? Blue pants, jeans or social. All right, and everyone gonna have a social shirt. All right, that's good, right? Can be short sleeves, long sleeves, but everyone can have that. So you're gonna see according to your reality, of course. Okay, if people don't have money, don't have anything, just ask them to dress up the best as possible for them to be presentable in that place. All right, you schedule, go, and make sure you have the person start talking about the planet. You don't go, oh, you're not selling this anymore. No, it's not like that. First, you're going to inspire, you're going to captivate them, you're going to inspire them, right? And then afterwards, you're going to talk that this is a notice, that we're here, okay? And everything else already said. Okay, we're doing great. Now let's go to Department 1, the Department of Clean Water and Peace Organization. Woohoo, that's nice. Let's go. For the Department 1, we have many items, the Clean Water and Peace Organization. So we have the teachers, right, to plan the parties at schools, the following festival, the organization launching day, see who gonna perform and what, and for everything. And so festivals and the organization launching day. These are the two big events coming up. Okay, the following festival that's different. In the north hemisphere gonna be the spring festival, and on the south gonna be autumn, right? Festival. Okay, so the teacher is going to be planning that, and if you are being a department director of anywhere, you're going to be planning those two same exact things as well. All right, so you got that done. What's the next step? Listen to all our videos. Study, get it done. All our videos. Okay, all right, so you study all that. You make your notes, you're sure you can present. That's how, you can test yourself. How long you can present items from the videos you heard. 5 minutes, 20 minutes, or 1 whole hour. It needs to be 1 whole hour because then you really know you're well prepared. Okay, all right. So if we don't, before the organization launching day, you're going to be listening to the videos we have posted here online that I'm posting. After the organization launching day, you already know a lot. I'm going to see the details online according to your department. Videos available and also written documents, right? Handbooks. Okay, we're doing great. If your department director for a school will be a little different than department director for a residential community and department director for a business, right? And department director for a government office. All right, so we have these 4 different ways of being the department director for Clean Water and Peace, right? Organization. That's department number 1. All right, for a school, I already said you're going to invite all your teachers, have that meeting, decide who's going to be. And for the festival, we're going to start dancing, talking to the teachers, who's going to perform, how going to be done. Remember, they're going to be there until noon or so, right? 1 o'clock maximum. And in the afternoon, the festival is going to be celebrated at their own residential communities. All right, we're doing great. And you're also going to be organizing the organization launching day with the same dances, because many of those students come from the same community, so they are well prepared, and you're going to inspire them on things that they can do with their parents, right? Select good songs from our organization that we already have, right? Our songs. Select other existing good songs. If it's just one word or another, maximum of 1 or 2 sentences or so, that you can change and put positive words instead, that's fine. Go ahead and do it. Other than that, choose our own songs or songs in your own language that are really good and positive. Okay, and then you're gonna have also songs in English. You need, so try to have a balance. So if you're having 2 songs in your own language, have 2 songs in English, okay? For them to be already practiced. If it's a new song, just get 4 songs in English, because they're gonna be learning anyways. Get short songs. You study vocabs with them, so they will already be introduced to have fun in English. But if you are a teacher and you're already using songs they already know, then it's okay. The children are young, then it's okay. Use 2 that you already know and teach 2 new ones in English, okay? And also the games that you can do on that festival, food that you're going to have served for free. People donate if they have money, right? Okay, so you're going to organize the party in a Waldorf way. If you don't know what that means, look online. What's a festival? With sustainable things, positive things, healthy food, okay? Games, that's how it's going to be. People taking pictures, all right? Taking pictures for the reports, and have those meetings. Who are the teachers organizing those festivals? Okay, so you're done. Get the flags, white flags for everyone. If you don't have yet the perfect flags that we want in organic cotton, you're gonna order, get money, get donated from someone, but until that fabric arrives, what you're going to do, you're going to use pillowcases. Ask the students to bring from home white sheets that you can cut in 2 or you can cut in 4. Sew them on a side. Use what you can. If you can, go to a thrift store, buy new one, these available white sheets, bed sheets, right? And you're gonna cut according to their size, of course. Little children use pillowcase size, and older they go, they can have more, even a half of a single bed sheet. All right, for the older ones like teenagers and so on. Okay, so you are going to plan those 2 parties, get ready, introduce English, and there we go. So make sure no old style decoration will be for this party, such as plastic flowers, paper flowers, and signs, plastic signs, right? None of these things. The tablecloth needs to be in cotton, and we're going to offer the most positive and sustainable raw fruits, veggies, make salads, because we're going to be able to use the bowls, right? And reusable bowls. If you don't have the bowls yet, use what you have. Use the small plates, okay? All right. And you can use everything, even baked items you can use now, because we want to use and don't have them anymore at the house for the 28 weeks. You're already going to be talking to them about the 28 volunteer weeks. And also every department going to be talking about that, the 28 volunteer weeks in all countries, for us to fix everything, empty old landfills, plant 8 billion trees, everything that you can do. Already be talking to your teachers, to your neighbors, your friends, your families, co-workers, everything you can. Okay, so you're also gonna be already cleaning up the schools, right? So with other departments, cleaning up the library, all the books that's not needed, all these decorations that many schools used before, and signs, the school loaded of things that are not needed. You know, what you're really sure, go ahead and clean up, select, put items in boxes while the children are still going to school. Now in April, right, this week, get everything the best as possible. Do what you're sure and select. Here's all toys, here's all plastic, here's all decoration that's not needed. So you're gonna sort out what's gonna be sent out to thrift stores, what's gonna be sent out to recycle centers. Okay, all right. Okay, my friends, so here the basic explanation for different work activities for the 10 different teams. If you are the partner director, team leader, or an assistant, or a family, helping on what you can. So my friends, we are getting ready for the organization launching day, and I talk to you soon. Oh yes, so an improvement. Our volunteer week gonna be now, starting on the 18th, April 18th, okay? All right, so for people coming to Florida, and also for people doing at their own countries. So make sure you can start arriving on April 18th. That's a Monday. All right. So you can be 7 o'clock. I think 7 o'clock is perfect because then we can sing our songs. We can already separate the teams to go to different locations, right? In the place where I will tell you afterwards where I will be, and we go from there. And hopefully on April 22nd, we will launch our organization. Is that wonderful? Oh, that's a real gift. With a boat parade, and children can play, families can play. We're going to parks, and families with little children can play at their own residential community because that's the most sustainable, up to 3 years old or so. But for those that are 4 years old and so let me repeat, for those that have children, the youngest is 4 years old or older, sure, plan ahead which park of the city you're going to go, which neighbor is going to go with you, or family members or co-workers. Make a plan and have a beautiful, special day. Plan ahead, already tell that your boss that you're not going to work on that day, okay, for them to join this program as well, share information with them, okay? All right, so I think it would be really great because it's a Friday. We have urban buses everywhere, and we can have the 10 o'clock, right? 10 a.m. Our special songs, right? And raise of the flag, and then we have our boat parade in the afternoon. Is that awesome? Okay, my friends, so talk to you soon. Have a wonderful and blessed week, volunteer week. Let's do the best we can on the area. We are really capable. Make good plans, be safe at all times, and get ready. Talk to you soon. Have a wonderful and blessed, awesome, great week. Thank you. Okay, my friends, and in Florida we can have about 200 families, all right, married couples, 200 families working because we have about 40 teams, work teams, okay? All right, my friend, talk to you soon. Get ready and come to Florida. Let's renew life. And it's one couple from each country. Talk to you soon. And let's launch our organization on April 22nd. Are you ready? Okay, hurry up. Thank you. See you soon.